What's up, guys? It's the kid Backpack Grizzly. Thank you for tuning in. You already know the vibes, man. It's your first time watching this channel. Subscribe, comment, you know the rest. Definitely be sure to do all that, man. So for this video is essentially for the first timers that's going out to Cartagena. Even if it's not your first time going out to Cartagena, I noticed that you guys reach out asking the questions of Alfonso, does he still do tours? Is his contact information still up to date? Yes, Alfonso still does tours. Alfonso still does tours. I do communicate with him and his partner. His information is still the same. So if you go to the description of my videos, all his information is there. If you guys want to reach out to him, definitely be sure to do that. Now, just to kind of give you guys a back history on how I found Alfonso, because I know you guys ask questions, and I totally get it. You guys want to know how I came across Alfonso. This is what I did. When I first went out to Cartagena, I went on Airbnb experiences just to kind of find out dope tours, things to do in Cartagena. I'll reach out to the people and ask them, hey, I understand that you got group tours. However, would you be willing to provide a private tour? Oftentimes, they're going to say yes to you. You guys work out some type of package, then it's a green light from there. And that's what I did with Alfonso and his partner. I reached out to her. She was like, yeah, I have a guy that can kind of show you around. He speaks English, so on and so forth. He can show you around. And that's how me and Alfonso got connected. It was a credible source. It was Airbnb experiences. It wasn't some just random dude that I just met off the street. And the thing I like about Alfonso is he's very flexible. Like he could, whatever package you're interested in, he'll be willing to work something out with you. As far as he's very negotiable. Of course, I'm gonna keep it a buck. Anytime you travel anywhere, they're always gonna give you a little bit of a higher price. Always negotiate down. Start off low and work it. And you guys meet somewhere in the middle. But like I said, Alfonso, I negotiated with a man and we worked out a few packages. As you can see, we did a Castillo. So that's pretty dope. If you guys never done that, definitely go ahead and check out the Fortress. He goes in, he gets into look, as you can see, he gets into character, which is dope. He kind of relives the moment with you. As you can see, he gets into character. This is him doing his thing. He's using a water bottle as a GUN. I just don't want to say it because you know how YouTube can get. So I also did the Grizzllly tour with him. He showed me around Grizzllly, gave me history, took his time with me and explained. And another dope thing, it's a private tour. It's a private tour, so you're not worrying about, you know, other people asking questions, other people lagging, and so on and so forth. And I also did Wall City with him as well, where he shows me around the Wall City, gives me a little more history as far as, you know, why it's called the Wall City, so on and so forth. So Alfonso is the guy you want to contact. His information is in all the description of my videos. If you guys reach out asking, does Alfonso still do tours? Is his information still correct in the description? Yes, it is. Like I said, he's really flexible. It's just a matter of you telling him what you want, and he'll be able to work out a package deal with you. Now, he also does tours in Palenque. I would recommend going out to Palenque. The story on Palenque, in the early 1600s, a group of enslaved Africans escaped their Spanish captors in Cartagena and fled into the hills. After resisting many attempts to be recaptured, they were finally granted independence in 1713, making Palenque the first free African town in the Americas. So you could only imagine what the history is like in Palenque. So I think it's definitely a must going out to Palenque. In fact, I reached out to the homie Flyboy. He did a few videos on Palenque. So if you guys do not know who the Flyboy Way is, definitely be sure to YouTube the Flyboy Way, and you'll see all types of good videos as far as travel content, information that will definitely be useful for places that you want to travel to. Okay, so I want to showcase what Palenque looks like for the folks that never been out there.
30 US, and I think it's completely worth it. Me personally, I didn't do the tour. I just drove down there. You know, as a black man, you know, it's not much I fear. You know, so and my sisters and my mothers and my grandmothers, and it felt dope. It was a dope feeling, and I just, you know, it was an experience that made this trip like something special. It made this trip something special. And I've been to Colombia before, so yeah, it was definitely a different thing. It was definitely a different thing. When we actually met up with a hip hop artist by the name of Ali from a group called Kumbalesa Me. Now, if I'm pronouncing it wrong, my apologies. But Kumbalesa means my friend. And Kumbalesa Me is the name of the group, and Ali is one of the members of the group. To rap in English, while Ali from Kumbalesa Me rapped in Palenque. It was a dope feeling, like, to know that we're both from two different cultures. We speak two different languages. We have two different lifestyles, but we can bond through music. During the
So that's kind of like a few clips on Palenque, guys. He went out to Palenque. He was able to get the vibe out there, and it seems like he had a great time. I ain't just so happened to pause this video right there. It just so happened to be that way. It is what it is, but we're going to move on. Palenque is the dope vibe, guys. If you want to find out a little more about Palenque, I would recommend going out there. This is YouTube Palenque. Do a Google search, and you'll see all types of videos out there on Palenque. And like I said, Alfonso could bring you out to Palenque. I believe it's like from Cartagena. I may be wrong. I think it's like an hour away, maybe an hour and some change away from Cartagena. So Alfonso has a car. He can pick you up at your Airbnb or your hotel and get you directly there. Another cool thing to do out there is the mud volcano. As you can see, she's just getting her back wiped down. Jeez. But yeah, it's real out there. The mud volcano, you could actually book this on Airbnb experiences. Basically a volcano, you're literally going up stairs, you get to the very top, you just bathe in the mud. But then they actually wash you down. See, like I said, you go up the stairs, you get in the volcano from the top. You go to homie Ace. So I think it's a dope thing. Definitely an experience. You get this off Airbnb experiences. And I think what's also cool is I think the ladies, you go into the beach nearby and they actually wash you down. I heard it's kind of intense. They're getting all inside your drawers and it's real. So, if you're a single dude, maybe a single lady, yeah, it may work in your benefit. But other than that, the mud volcano, you can book this on Airbnb experiences. And this is what I was just talking about right here. They're going to wash them down. Shalon is definitely another island you got to visit. You could take an excursion. There's many excursions that go out to Shalon. You could also get private boats that go out to Shalon. Shalon is basically a party island. A party island, you go out there, you have a good time. There's definitely some good vibes out there if you're single. Or if you just essentially just want to go out there and party. So it's dope. But understand, when you go out to Shalon, if you get hungry and you decide you want to order some food, make sure you know how much the food costs before you start eating it or before you order it. Because you may get a check and you may feel like you've been bamboozled. When you go out to Shalon, you can either do an excursion or you can get yourself a private boat, which you have a little more flexibility and you can hang out and chill with some vibes. Like the homie Danger the Hookup. Make sure you guys subscribe to Danger the Hookup if you don't know who he is. So if you go out there with the excursion, that's cool. But if you get a private boat, you get to chill out there with some vibes and have a good time. So either way, it's a win. Definitely go out there. So since we're on the topic of Shalon and the Rosario Islands, this right here is one of the islands in the Rosario Islands. The tour company I booked with is in the description. Good people, good vibe. I had a great time in this island as well. So definitely be sure to go to my description, book with these folks if you guys want to do some tours. Definitely a good vibe. If you're coupled up, if you're single, ladies to the fellas, definitely a good spot for you to kind of wind down. So guys, keep in mind when you're doing a 5-island hop excursion like I did, they do provide food. It's either like chicken or fish. And it comes with rice and tostones, which is fried plantain. Another place you want to visit is Ply Hollywood. It's definitely a good vibe. I reached out to one of the homies so I can kind of get some footage out there so I can kind of showcase what the vibe is like in Ply Hollywood. Let's take a look. Like I said, more vibes than Ply Hollywood. Ply Hollywood's a good time. It's definitely a good time. I didn't really go out there as much, but yeah, it's definitely a good time. You can see the homie Danger's out there having a great time. Ply Hollywood is a tricky spot, man. Don't be tricked. Make sure you ask how much the food is before you start purchasing food. Ply Hollywood, man. Definitely a good vibe out there. I always see Ply Hollywood on YouTube. I went out there, it wasn't really that popping, but clearly they're having a good time over there. So I just wanted to showcase this so you guys can kind of get an understanding of the energy out there in Ply Hollywood, but do not get it twisted. The reason I say that is because you get ahead of yourself and you may end up like this. Somebody got ahead of themselves, they got scoped and they're leaving in an ambulance. And this is Ply Hollywood. Yeah, it's a good time, but stay on point and let's not lose track of the knowledge we gained before we went out to Cartagena. So I get it. You go on vacation for the single ladies and the single men. You go out to Cartagena, you kind of forget everything because you start to see vibes like this. Don't lose track because you seen what happened to homie in the ambulance, man. So just stay on point. And while you're in Cartagena, for the folks that want to do some unique things that you probably never seen before, check out the Pink Sea in Cartagena. It's a pretty dope experience. I actually never had a chance to do it. YouTube it just like I did here. I also believe they got them in Airbnb experiences where it's just a pink sea. It's like a pink beach looking like type of thing. Like I never see people actually getting in there swimming, but it's always, I always see folks with their feet in it, just enjoying themselves. I never went to the pink seas, but as you can tell on YouTube, it's definitely a thing. So definitely check that out, man. The pink seas out there in Cartagena. It looks like an experience that I'll take advantage of next time I go. But definitely check that out. It's called the Pink Seas, and you can find more information on it just by going to Google, YouTube it, and go on Airbnb experiences so you can book a tour. We already know what the nightlife's like in Cartagena. We don't need to really talk about that. The nightlife is dope, guys. Have a good time. Enjoy the nightlife. Wall City is a dope scene. Salute to Danger to Hookup. Salute to Flyboy. Make sure you guys subscribe to their channels. The nightlife in Cartagena is not much to really talk about. It's just a good vibe. Other than that, guys, it's the kid backpack Grizzly. Kind of wanted to rehash everything we talked about as far as tips and tricks out there in Cartagena. I know you guys still reach out asking, does Alfonso still do tours? You know, suggestions, things that you should do. That's the reason why I wanted to do this video, to kind of give you guys suggestions and the things you should do when you go out to Cartagena. But definitely do your research, man. Like I said, Palenque, the Walled City, get to Mini, find out the history out there, the Castillo, Ply Hollywood, the nightlife, Shalon, Rosario Islands. There's so much to do out there in Cartagena. Beautiful people out there, great people. I love Cartagena. They're good, welcoming people, but do not lose track because we understand there's bad apples and everywhere we go. Just stay on point. Essentially, that's it. Have a good time. Reach out to Alfonso. Let him know Backpack Grizzly sent you. He already knows what it is. And, if you guys have any questions, holla. Oh, yeah, the Airbnb in Cartagena, guys. I know you guys are always asking what Airbnb I stayed at. Unfortunately, I can no longer provide the Airbnb I stayed at. People have violated time and time again at the Airbnb, and it's messing it up for me, and it's also messing it up for the people that actually introduced me to the Airbnb. It's a dope Airbnb. Yeah, it's lenient, it's laid back, and it also has security, but you guys violated, man. Like, the host is reaching out. At one point, the host was ecstatic because, you know, I'm sending money and traffic his way. People are booking his Airbnb. And next thing you know, I'm getting messages from the host talking about, yo, man, people are doing him wrong. Me talking about the mattress is off the bed frame. The mattress is hanging off the bed. How y'all got the mattress? He sent me a picture with the curtain hanging off the rod, the mattress off the bed. I'm like, why is the mattress off the bed? Like, yo. So unfortunately, y'all, I can no longer provide the Cartagena Airbnb because, like I said, man, it's messing it up for me, especially when I want to go back out there. That's the Airbnb I like to stay at, and it's messing it up for the people that introduced me to it. Maybe we could find a different Airbnb for y'all, man, and I'll see what I can dig out, man. But let's see if I can find out something different. But people messed it up for y'all. But other than that, it's the kid Backpack Grizzly. Comment, like, and subscribe. Appreciate you guys for supporting. But yeah, it's time to travel. It's time to get back out there. Later, y'all. Be safe. Be good. Hit me up. If you guys have any questions, you know what to do. Easy. Backpack.